Okay, it's early in the morning and I am making some thyme, and this is from the garden. And so thyme is really good for fighting flu, mono, HPV virus, cold sores, mono. You can do it in a tea, you can cook it with your soups. But basically I just take this right here and you're gonna go opposite of the grain. Sometimes you can just pull these little things off, but I'm just gonna just go like that. So I picked it out of my yard, and then I just put it on this cookie sheet and I let it dry. This is oregano, but it's taken longer to dry because it has more water in the leaf. And the thyme is a little bit more of a pain because of the way that the plant is structured. But I'm going to tell you something. Thyme, even during the summer when it was really, really hot, my thyme plant was fine. And my oregano in the back was fine. Lemon balm, which is really good for staying calm. Too much heat. And it's not rebounded yet, but I have some new lemon balm. And lemon balm is really good for if you need to calm down, because it is, you can have it in a tea, and it really does calm you down, lemon balm tea. But thyme it's kind of sweet. I don't know if you've cooked with thyme, like right when you get it off the vine and everything, and then you dry it, it's much more potent than you get at the store. Like it's really has a sweet little smell to it. It smells good, actually. But if you made your own tea bags and you wanted to fight flu season, you could just put some of this in with your other things. Like sometimes I'll mix the lemon balm with the mint. My mint got eaten up too, like really bad by the sun. I mean, just burn up. It's starting to come back, and which is crazy because it's almost an invasive plant. If you put it in your yard, it usually just like takes over. You got to kind of put it in an isolated place. But when I was a little girl, we had a neighbor next door. Her name was Barbara McDonald. And in her front yard, she had mint. And I would love to go over there and smell the mint. It was just like right there in her front yard, and smell it. It smelled so good. So anyway, I think I have spearmint. It's actually what I have in the front yard. But like I said, it's taken a while for it to come back. So I did start seeds for rosemary, lemon balm, and thyme in the back, and they did all take off, so that's good. But I have to figure out if I'm going to put them in the yard or if I'm going to just bring them inside for the winter and nurture them. I need to buy one of those little plant lights. So one of my hobbies is researching naturopath health, and like I just always feel like that God gives us an answer to all of our problems through plants and nutrition and stuff, and that some of our problems are from lack of things. Some of them are the synthetics that we have and the poisons that we put in our food. And there just always seems to me to be some sort of a deficiency as to why the body is acting some way. You know, like, is the body pulling calcium out of your bones to compensate for something? There's something else going on that you're missing, or that's in your body that's a toxin that's causing this. So anyway, it's kind of my hobby to look things up and to help people and to help myself. So right now I'm trying to figure out how to fix ringing in the ears, because I have ringing in the ears, and everything that you read, not everything, but says that it's irreversible, and I just don't believe that. I do not believe that it's irreversible. And so there is some research that it comes from the frontal lobe of the brain, and that some magnet therapies have helped. But there's all kinds of things that can help the circulation of the frontal part of your brain. And so I've started taking that. And one of them is celery seed, which in stroke patients is proven in clinical studies to be more effective than the top post-stroke drug. So there's always going to be like that. And a lot of our medicines are actually derived from plants anyway, you know. The bark of a plant or the leaf or the root. So anyway, we just have to figure it out. So anyway, so that's what I'm doing this morning. So you can see I've got this little thing here. I ordered these online and I've used so many of them. So here's that. Now I have a coffee grinder, and sometimes if I want it to be finer, I will put my herbs in the coffee grinder. So this morning, I probably made too much noise. I put shiitake mushrooms, dried shiitake mushrooms that I got from the Asian Mart, in a coffee grinder, and all kinds of mushrooms, whether it be lion's mane, and all of that is so good for so many things. And sometimes you just can't eat it all the time fresh, and so a good way to kind of just like sneak it in there is in powder form. You can put it in your soups, and it makes the soups have a meatier taste. And you can put it on top of your coffee, which is what I did. I put it on top of the coffee grounds this morning for my coffee. Shiitake. Yep, shiitake. Anyway, this is mindless doing this. This is almost a form of meditation. So sometimes you just want to be still and not talk. And messing with vines and herbs and working in the garden and stuff like that is a good way to process things without processing them, if that makes sense. Like, just, I don't know, it's kind of mindless when you do this, but it's therapeutic. It's like kind of like why my husband likes to sit on a tractor and drive a tractor, because you don't talk to anybody. You're just on a tractor, you know, meditating almost. It is, I mean, it's definitely meditation. So anyway, this is, for flu season, thyme tea. If you have a tendency when you get stressed to have mouth cold sores or anything like that, this also fights the HPV virus, warts, that kind of stuff. I know that's all. Anyway, everybody's got their own thing, you know what I mean, that we're fighting. But viruses, we don't like viruses. Viruses are awful. So if you can throw a little thyme in your soup or something, just do it. Tastes good. Why not?